So let's just dive right into behind the scenes stuff. Mage the Awakening actual play is currently in production, though the schedule between me and the players doesn't always line up, so it's a little bit slow to get going. This is why I don't do actual plays, and I'll probably go into a little bit more detail later on in the video about that. Now, I do have the April Fool's Day video, which is going to talk about the Mortal the Morting joke splat I created a while ago. There's a secret project I can't talk about. There are more indie RPGs that I want to cover, akin to the Hellborn Has Been Hotel video that I did previously. Should I do a bulk review of indie RPGs that get sent to me? Should I just cover them all in one video, or should I do them as separate? There's some Onyx Path related collaboration stuff that has to do with the Onyx Path Con and the actual plays I'm already doing on the channel. Not much I can say about that. Usually they get announced about a week before they're going live. There's some other collaborations I'm doing with Extra Life with Dork Tales, which I usually do. And then there's another channel, Wards and Witchcraft, which does Mage the Awakening content, and I did a collaboration with them. I don't know when it's going to go live, but they said somewhere around April. So goals for my next milestone of 2,000 subscribers. I really want to have another quiz stream going on somewhere between then. Usually Vampire the Requiem or Mage the Awakening is one that I've been talking to people about, but it does take a lot of time for me to come up with the quiz questions and to get people's schedules to line up so that we can actually record. Additionally, I'm afraid of YouTube streaming, which I'll go into later when I talk about what my worries for the channel are. I also am doing more Beyond D&D videos, but I've called them Getting Started because originally the premise was to help people transition from D&D to another game system, and now it's more like people want to find out about a new system. They're going to look for a beginner's guide or how to get started with this game, so I'm making that change, hopefully spread out to more people. Additionally, I'm thinking about doing developer interviews. Let me know what you think about that. Lastly, in this section of milestones, I really want to do more Curseborne stuff, but I'm very dependent on Onyx Path for that. Honestly, I don't get any information from Onyx Path that no one else in the general public gets. This is mostly because I want to come with it with as fresh eyes as possible. So even if someone said, "Oh, I can give you all this information if you want," I really want to have fresh eyes to it and experience it just like normal people are experiencing it. Even though I work with Onyx Path with their streaming and stuff, that doesn't mean I know anything more than you guys do in that regard. If you want to know my schedule for videos, typically I'm going to be doing 4 videos a month, one of which is always going to be Chronicles of Darkness related, and I'm going to try and branch out with the other 3 videos as much as possible without watering down the channel. Now, I do want to improve my editing process, my audio, my video, so if I'm making changes, please let me know if they're not going well. Right now my mic is doing stuff a lot different than it used to so that I sound a lot better. Hopefully I am sounding a lot better. It's just very hard for me to gauge that because I'm using so many different equipment, and also I hate listening to my own voice, which is something normal people usually have. For my worries for the next milestone, one of the main ones is YouTube streaming. I know I have a lot of people here on YouTube who appreciate my content and I can get to through YouTube streaming, but every time I've used it, it's been a hassle, and I've always had to restart my streams because something in the settings wasn't set correctly because I switched between Twitch streaming for Onyx Path, and if I switch to YouTube streaming, there can be some settings that I have forgotten to change. It can cause some issues. I'm trying to get better at it, so hopefully we can have that more in the future. There are a lot of promises I haven't kept. I want people to remind me if there was a video I promised to do. I know there's a tier list video I need to do for antagonists in Chronicles of Darkness, but the reason I haven't done it is just it takes a long time to get stuff like that set up often. You don't see everything I have to do for all these videos. Like the Promethean the Created video that took so long for me to make was because I needed to do a lot of research on what type of benefits that character type has. So just know those episodes take a lot longer for me to do than you'd normally expect. Additionally, I do like covering indie products, but I know that based on metric data, I'm not really a great springboard for a lot of indie projects. I've been trying to be, but I'm not seeing as many returns on that as I do other YouTube stuff. You can see it a lot with when I do content like Dungeons and Dragons related content. I get 10,000 views or over 1,000 views on D&D content like that. But also I do a lot of Chronicles of Darkness content, which doesn't get nearly as many views as D&D stuff. And when I do indie RPGs, I'm getting in the hundreds of views for stuff like that. And that's partially just due to the nature of YouTube. And I might cover this in a video later on, but essentially trying to find something that is not D&D is very difficult for people who are so focused on the D&D brand. I don't want to get stuck as a Chronicles of Darkness YouTuber. That's kind of where I'm at, but as I said before, I'm only going to try and do one Chronicles of Darkness video a month if possible, maybe 2 or 3, but I really like having that at least one video that I can do that's just for me a month. That's it for the moment. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for being a subscriber. If you're not a subscriber already, please hit the subscribe button down below. Thank you so much for watching and have a good one. Shout out to our patrons for supporting the channel.